We at Lambeth Council want to provide social, environmental and economic value through the contracts we give to suppliers, by giving more opportunities to local businesses, SMEs and those from underrepresented groups. That's why we've changed the way we contract for planned housing maintenance by introducing a dynamic purchasing system, or DPS for short. This makes it easier for suppliers to work with us and deliver value to our community in Lambeth. As a supplier, if you've sought contracts through traditional public procurement exercises, you'll have experienced that there are limited windows to apply, the process can be complicated, and you may not be eligible if your turnover isn't high enough. Our Dynamic Purchasing System, or DPS, removes many of these barriers. So what is a DPS? It's a public sector sourcing tool for goods and services that you can apply to join at any time. Anyone can apply to join the DPS, and if you satisfy the technical and compliance criteria for your area of work, you can become a pre-approved supplier. You can then compete for contracts for specific jobs with us without needing to submit all your documentation again. You now have access to thousands of contracts that we have for planned housing maintenance across our domestic and commercial sites. From plaster and cladding and pest proofing services to bathroom construction and kitchen fitting, structural engineering, landscaping and even playground installation. What makes our DPS different is that we've specifically designed it to be easier for local and smaller suppliers to use. Firstly, unlike complicated procurement exercises, we have staff on hand to help you with joining the DPS. We even hold workshops to help familiarise suppliers with the process. Secondly, we've created a tiered system so that projects are split into 3 different tiers by value. Likewise, suppliers are split into corresponding tiers. This means that there are ring-fenced opportunities for smaller and local suppliers. Lastly, social value will account for 10 to 20% of a supplier's evaluation in any competition. Therefore, we're not just looking for the most cost-effective supplier, but one who is going to bring social value to the contract and our community. So, how do you join the DPS? Visit the Lambeth DPS website at the following link and express interest in joining. You'll then receive the DPS document pack, which has various documents to read before you fill in the SQ or selection questionnaire. You'll likely need to find supporting documents like any certifications necessary for your area of work. For example, if you're a carpenter, you'll probably need a certificate confirming that you're a member of a nationally recognised trade body like the Institute of Carpenters, or certificates for a carpentry and joinery qualification from a body like City and Guilds or similar. You'll then need to register and complete all sections of the SQ. We'll then evaluate your application. While we want it to be easy for suppliers to apply, this is where we check that you comply with our requirements and don't represent a risk of not successfully completing work for us. If you don't comply, your application will either be rejected or we'll ask for more information. If your application is successful, you're now part of the DPS. Once you've set up a user account and confirmed the categories and subcategories of work that you can do, you'll then be able to enter competitions for work based on your tier. Of course, we can't guarantee work, but you'll now have access to bid for contracts that may not have been available to you under previous systems. Registered suppliers will receive automatic notifications when opportunities they are registered for become available. To find out more about joining our planned housing maintenance DPS, please visit the Lambeth Housing DPS website.